Welcome out to the Cosign Podcast, Culture and Music. I'm your host, Venom Vixen, a.k.a. OGV. And we got Smitty, R.E.P., a.k.a.
Big Flex. Hey, what's happening, man?
And,
DJ No Mix is in the building.
I remember that.
Wiggy, whack.
Yes, sir.
All right, so of course, it's not like a guest to the show. She actually was one of the founding hosts of the Cosign, but then she blew up on us, and she come and visit us every now and then.
Ooh, man, I don't know why. See what I'm saying, y'all? She's still doing me the same way, but y'all already know what time it is. It's your favorite online motivational speaker, your favorite online personality and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet. How y'all doing, the Cosign?
Hey, and I'm excited to introduce, y'all see her posted with Street, and I think y'all started doing some content together as well.
That's right.
But this is Mahogany,
Hi, guys.
Street Poet's lovely wife.
Hog.
Oh, baby.
Doggy.
I tell you, when I think about that all the time, and I be like, you know what? You know you got to be a fly bitch to let people call you hog. That's how you know you fine. That's how you know you fine. Like, you be like, I'm that fine that I will allow you to call me that.
But the thing is, that's my family name. My name Mahogany.
Right.
So they just, so.
Because I don't know how I would feel.
But people need to know that it's 2 G's. Hog, 2 G's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hoggy
God.
baby.
Yeah.
Double up.
Yeah. Gotta have the two.
You know, but I feel you. Go get it. Hey.
All that. OG.
Give me
period.
the OG. We got you.
Okay, so before we get all the way into this show, I just want to say something about it, but not go into it. Because, of course, in our entertainment world in South Carolina, lost a major promoter. And I just want to just say something, we don't, by the time the show airs, we may have more details and stuff. So I don't want to get too much into it, but I just want to always remind people that in this nightlife, just be mindful and careful. You're dealing with mixtures of drugs, alcohol, people already crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And just, just be safe, man. That's all. I'm retired from that part of the game. I'm be honest with you.
That's a
Yes,
fact.
for real.
I'm done. There ain't no more 5 in the mornings for me.
That's a fact.
So just for the ones that are still out there getting their bag, just be safe, man. Just be safe, yo. All right.
And
Go ahead.
learn to walk away.
Yeah.
Just walk away. That's it. I'm gonna leave it right there. Just walk.
Leave it right there. Okay. Let's get into the WTF of the week.
What the
man.
fuck?
All right. Khalees and Bill Murray are dating.
That's my dude.
Well,
Crazy.
Khalees did say it brings all the boys to the yard. She said her milk check. So, I mean,
Hey.
hey.
It's a weird look. It's a who's getting the better look? Because Bill Murray got a bag.
Yeah.
He got a bag since the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Bill Murray got a big
true.
bag. Big bag.
So who's the come up? Is it?
Khalees.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Khalees.
I mean,
But he did
okay,
bag Khalees.
But he did bad Khalees. I see where you're going with this. I mean, Bill Murray downtown Charleston walking around with Khalees. It sound pretty interesting.
Good look.
sound pretty. Yeah,
It's a look.
Yeah, it's a look.
It's a look.
I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'm gonna keep my eye out on it. Because he owns the Riverdale baseball stadium. in
I did
Charlotte.
not know
Yeah.
that. I
Okay.
did not know
Once
that.
it came out. I didn't know it at
Yeah.
first either.
I think it's very interesting, and I think it's interesting watching a lot of the black female celebrities are starting to move it on over that way. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder, they said kind of how they met, but it's still weak. I just don't see how them
Like
circles.
how they ended in right.
How did them circles?
But he got to have hella game though.
He's like
you know
80
what I mean?
years old.
You imagine
Well,
the
you see Al Pacino and Robert
He
De
just had a
Niro.
baby. Didn't one of them just have a baby?
Both of them.
So that that's pimping at its all-time high right there.
I'm just trying to put myself in that vein. Like if Bill Murray walked up to me and tried to hit on me, how would I be flattered? Or would I be weirded out?
Or do you?
I'm going weird.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I guess he Bill Murray. But you think everybody might not know him? Do you think she actually knew who it was?
Come on, man, that's Ghostbusters.
I know, but some people might not be into that.
Interesting.
So I mean,
She definitely knew who he was, and she definitely knew that there was a come up. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. I'm like, now y'all know. Y'all know, like for real. Cause didn't she get bamboozled or something
But
out
she
of
was
her
just
contract.
ordering
and
with-
Oh yeah, her
money and
contract
all that.
was terrible.
Yeah, so
Okay.
come on, she ain't got the bread that y'all like thinking that she got.
Nas
So she,
ain't-
come on.
Yeah, Nas ain't he wasn't doing what I don't know, something in the news.
I mean, they daughter grown.
Yeah.
Right, the daughter grown, and then the daughter got the rights to the dang on his album, so she ain't get no TT.
Yeah, that no. I tell you, when I met Nas, it was well, he was mine until I met him.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I didn't really like him. But I go back and I think and I say, you know what? Khalees was probably giving you hell. You came out that day. Because then when you found out their relationship imploded, and I think about that day because he wasn't friendly. And you know what I'm saying? And everybody was so friendly but him. And it was like weird. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've been waiting my whole life to meet you.
Wow.
And you're like,
yeah.
you know, and all
I don't
stiff.
even
And
like
I
them
was
type
like,
of people.
I was
I
like,
can't
but
even
now
rock
I'm
with them
thinking
type
he probably was having some bad relationship
Yeah,
shit
they
that
were
went
probably
down
on
that day.
on the verge of that divorce. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But they was together for what, like about 10 years or so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because even when I think about the time, I was like, yeah, they was going through some shit.
Yeah.
I give you a pass, Nas.
But I do co-sign Bill Murray on the come up. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
straight
do?
up.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, I'm just saying this.
It's definitely some
If I was
interesting
80 years
circles.
old and rich like Bill Murray, and I
Yeah.
could get me a fine ass,
Half your age.
half my
Yeah.
age,
Oh no,
shit.
I'm agreeing that he got what he wanted, but I'm just saying that it was a come up on her behalf financially.
Oh, yeah.
True.
As
Yeah.
far as the look,
Oh, it's definitely.
it was definitely a
Okay.
come up on
Yeah.
his behalf because of his age and
She
everything.
get a little
it's like,
she get a little movie part or something. She get a little movie part.
That's the part I like to watch.
That's a fact.
I love watching how people can really come up off dating the right person. Because did y'all see this man as much as we see him now before he dated Kim Kardashian? The Pete Davidson.
No.
You never saw. He's
I
on
never
every
saw him.
commercial. He's got like 5 commercials now.
All kind of. I'm so sick of Taco Bell commercials.
Yes.
Every single time they come on, it got
what
him.
did he do before that?
He was a
Saturday Night
comedian.
Live.
Yeah.
Wasn't a
Comedian.
comedian, right?
Right.
Saturday Night Live. He did skits on Saturday Night Live. I've never seen him this much till after. He didn't date her long. He got in, got out, and got endorsements.
But do you feel like it's a problem though?
Nah, because the women do it all the time.
So that's where I'm at with it, right? Because y'all know I can be biased. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. But I feel like it's crazy to date somebody of status any type of way, whether it's, you know what I mean, they coming up off of influence or coming up off, YouTube or anybody who has a following or that type of impact. You gotta be almost just brainless to say, okay, if they doing this and I'm in the light with that person, I might as well get a bag too.
Right.
You feel me? Because why am I gonna just come around everywhere and carry a bag?
Right. Let me get a bag.
And you know what I mean? Because I
got you.
Come on, man. And it's the mentality of people though. Because they so afraid to step up to the plate and build an empire with a person because of I gotta be independent. I gotta have mine, and then you can have yours, and then we could, you know what I mean? But they don't look at it how it was back in the day, though.
Right.
That's how people were building empires. That's how they was building strong foundations and creating generational wealth at that time. You feel
But
me?
you just don't you and I don't make it a community thing, but it's unfortunate that that's how a lot of the black community operates, because a lot of nationalities outside of us they rocking.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You see them damn Latinos 17.
But you have to also look at it though. Like, okay, so let's say like multi-family homes. When you see them in other communities, they're there and they got something going on. When you see us doing this because somebody can't work, somebody don't keep a job, it don't be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching one of these reality shows that was like in Brazil, they were staying home in their 30s, but they were doctors and lawyers still staying home with mom because they were single. So they were productive staying at home.
Right.
Not the other way around. Well, uncle sleeping on the couch because he can't keep a damn job.
Right.
You know?
Because for me, I just think that if you're gonna date anybody, I'm a firm believer in dating up.
Oh, definitely.
I'm a firm, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of people actually feel like that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
like,
they feel like, you gold digging.
Yeah, you gold digging or you using them or they only dating them for this or dating them for that.
I just don't get that mentality. Like,
that's crazy.
why do I can't even hang with people
that think like
that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like.
It frustrates you.
It's frustrating. Like, why would I want to date somebody that's, you know what I mean, lower or I'm saying lower, like you
Control.
Yeah.
You
Control.
know what I mean?
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
People there are people that are gonna look for a partner like that because that's what they want is control or a little lapdog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of what I see on social media is couples afraid of, like, we work together, but then we don't work together. Okay, I keep a barrier. He wants me to work with him more. I'm going, go ahead. I'm skipping ahead. Let's just get to it. He wants me to work more. But we've done it this way for so long that it kind of makes me like, I don't want to be that involved. Like, I can be involved, but not that involved.
Like,
right,
you want to be.
right. Because I don't want it to come back in the household.
Yeah.
What?
And
I'm gonna tell you why it's whack. I love my wife to death. Don't get me
Let's
wrong.
do it. Come on, let's do
I
it.
love my wife to death. But it's whack because when you sitting there and you know someone can, you know, like I hate being the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
But then if my wife is sitting there and I know that she can take my business or our family business to another level, she will sit back and not do it just because she don't want to step on my toe or she think that I'm not going to be receptive to her cursing me out. Shit, you do it any other damn time. So what it matter if it help us make $100,000 this week? Just shit, it cuss me out. Shit, why not?
And that's the thing, because we share that same issue.
Yeah.
I have that same problem, right? Because it's kind of like, for me, if I don't know and you do know, do it.
Do that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that this is what this is and this is how it should go, why do I have to come? You know what I mean?
Because I'm gonna tell you what
Nothing
I tell you what they want.
frustrates-
I tell you what them two want to do, right?
Yeah,
I tell you
We
what
about
they
to
want
get
to do,
'em.
right? Yeah, we just gonna have our own conversation. You know what I'm
This
saying?
some bullshit
so I'm
over
gonna tell
here.
you what they, and then you know what they do? Then when it happened, well, you know what you should have.
That's a fact.
I should have.
I mean, I ain't going.
But I feel like, no, okay. But I also feel like, and I'm gonna say to both of y'all, in the way I deal with you, and the way I'm married to you, y'all don't listen. So even when you come and I say, well, you should do it like X, Y, Z, you go and do it LMOP.
No.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not
It's
what
like,
we
why
said.
did you ask me then? And then you just not gonna follow what I said.
At first, Smitty, mine gonna be quick. Mine gonna be quick, okay? That was the old me. Stop trying to judge me by who I used to be.
Okay, you've grown.
Okay?
You've grown.
I've grown.
Okay.
I've elevated. You feel me? So I'm not that person anymore.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I got your back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna add another layer. Instead of telling people what they need to do, why don't you do what you're telling them to do?
That's all I ask.
You don't want me to go into
It's
that.
what the bell for.
Yeah. That's what it's for.
That's what the bell for right there. Yeah, that is.
He don't want to go into that.
Right, because then when you do that,
Right.
then you gonna come in with something that could have been done, or I wanted it this particular way.
Now, what I don't like about with your particular business is like, as too many people dealing with it, and so I know how I am, and I know I'm gonna end up cussing somebody out, and so I try to save that embarrassment because I don't like anybody know. Y'all know what I don't like: dumb shit. Okay, let's be 100.
Gotta make it make
Anybody
sense.
know me? Know that's the one thing. I'm gonna tell a story, and I hope one of them hear it too. I was in Atlanta, right? He was in New York. I'm in Atlanta calling Ubers to the airport in Charleston to pick up artists. Dumb shit. Why am I sending Ubers I'm sitting here in Atlanta like nobody knows how to send an Uber?
What was going on, Smitty? I know you got. I know.
He wasn't there, so it was just like, but
That's when they.
none of the help,
That's when they
none of the
had
help
neither
down
one of y'all
there could have sent an Uber.
But the problem with
See,
it,
I would have cussed somebody out.
the problem with that,
I did it.
The problem with it is that, and it was on the real. Actually, it wasn't no wise man. I don't even know who the damn man is. But anyway,
It was a gospel
No.
group.
I know what you're talking about. But people don't know how to operate in chaos. You know what I'm saying? And
I
you
like
know what I
that.
mean.
I like that.
So you know, it's easier for me in that moment. I was stuck at the airport. Me and Cusco had that meeting at Def Jam. It was the Juneteenth festival actually last year. You know what I'm saying? And they sitting down there, and I'm in New York, and it's like nobody knows how to step up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows how to go to the thing. So it's easier for me to be like, hey, yo, Jackie, please just do this.
Because you know she got it.
She got it.
You ain't got to go through all that extra shit.
I ain't going to sit there and, I got to find a card. Hey, baby, please take care of this $30.
But
it's frustrating, though.
And I feel that because that is so me, even though we do a different type of thing, for me is if, when I get out, when I come out, like, you know, and I know y'all, I am a little bit bougie now, right? And so
Gogetta.
Yeah, there you go.
Gogetta.
So it's kind of like for me, if when we're out, we're out, right? And when I step out, I'm in full blown work mode.
Right.
I go, my flip is switched already over. Yeah. I'm full blown work mode. So whatever it is that I'm focusing on speaking.
Right.
I don't want any other responsibility than that. So if somebody's asking you something or something going on, I just expect for you just to do it. Don't come talk to me about it because I'm going to get frustrated because my mind is already on what I'm about to be speaking about.
But when you be on work mode, like...
I'm rude
sometimes, like, even, like, not maybe because I'm not on that side, but let's say when you have events and stuff, you... have people there and then you still doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bring that ding that over here.
There you go.
Ding that over here.
And I be like, will you go sit down somewhere? Why are you moving chairs? Why are you doing this?
And that's what used to frustrate me about it. I'm like, you want me to do it or not? Because then, after you continue to do that, I'm going to just
She'll call me and be like, V, can you find me a venue for such and such? So I start making phone calls, text Smitty or something, and then the next thing you know is she sent me a flyer.
Listen,
and I be like,
because I am a one and done type of person.
But you can't.
Once I have the conversation in my mind, I'm already in motion for what I'm doing.
I be like, you know what?
I'm that person though, because just because I asked you to do it, and I didn't even know she was gonna say that, but just because I asked you to do it doesn't mean that I'm not doing it as well. And that's the same thing with her. Just because I asked you to do something doesn't mean that I haven't already, one, tried it myself to see if I can do it, or two, if I'm not still over here working on it, but whoever get the answer or get the result first, we already ready to roll. I am a proactive type of person. I am TTG,
but I tell her, I said, we can't work together all the time. We could.
Yeah, I just that's my biggest thing that I do worry. Like he wants me to step up on another event, and I'm just like, you better let these people know. You know what I'm saying? That whom I will be working with, you need to let them know that my first slogan is I don't like dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And then if this is not your lane, then don't. Just everybody needs to know their lane and what is they're supposed to be doing and what they bring to the table.
But the thing is about
and I'm not saying it will be like that. I'm just being, in my head because, like when you're being in entertainment and being in a relationship, we're always out. Everybody sees you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, I don't want to come home. And now we got to rediscuss the event all night long because I know when we do events, isn't that what you do? At the end of the events, what happens? You sit back and recap the whole day. I don't want to do that in bed all the time. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
I feel you.
But it just like Street said, I've grown.
You talking about the old you.
The old.
That's my man, bro. You talking about the old him,
man. And I get it, but even it'd be different if like, say I was a club owner or if the number of events that you should be managing should not even bring you to that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Is not that many.
We'll put a pin in that and we'll come back after the festival and we'll see how they go.
Right.
All right. So, what's funny that I just wanted to kind of get us talking about, being two married couples. And, I see a lot of, like, attack on marriage on social media. It just seems like people want to pick apart or make it seem like marriage is useless. There's no point in it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask everybody, what is the worst part of being married, and what's the best part of being married?
Well, the best part of being married, I
that
go
was
ahead
quick.
and say, is you have your person all the time, like your best friend. Like, I feel like everybody say, oh, well, I have a best friend growing up, or I had my family as my best, a cousin as my best friend. But this is your partner that you share everything with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just knowing that you have that every day.
Right.
I think that's the best part.
I have to agree on that because I know it's cliche to say, I married my best friend, but like, he really is my best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell anybody, hey, listen, you know my saying about that. If I know, Smitty know. So that's up to you what you want to tell me. But if I know, it's Smitty know it. Right.
So
you know what I'm
like,
saying? I would expect
First
it.
of all, listen, we are too much. We are like way too much alike. But we have been friends for how long? Like,
Damn. My son 15, so
I was about to
over
say,
that,
so
16,
over 15.
17.
About as long as we've been
so
together.
it's weird when we're together because it's like our relation. We're so much alike.
Yeah.
Like even when we're doing poetry together, it's like everything about us is so much alike. I say that same exact thing.
Oh yeah,
I
you better
tell
know.
them
Just
already.
know that.
I'm gonna tell y'all business. So if you tell it to me, there's a 99.9% chance that she know this already.
Right.
And if I don't tell her, it's only because I didn't forgot.
Right.
It legit be because I forgot. Like we might have started doing something else, but yeah, I be telling everything.
Yeah, that's
man.
the same here. I be having to get my catch up. Like, oh wait, I ain't tell you about. Let's talk about frickin' Frank. When I start that up, he be like, which frickin' Frank? That's frickin' Frank.
Oh yeah.
We do that
There's a
too.
couple of couples that's freaking frat. You know what I mean?
What is your best
is my-
part about marriage,
my
and what's
best-
the hardest?
My best part of marriage, I would have to say, is that I was able to marry what people would consider a dream. You know what I mean? So I was, not being able to know the person that y'all know, but just know the figure. You know what I mean? And then meeting the figure and then winning over the figure. I'm that dude.
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy?
I'm that dude.
You were with me when I met him.
I know, and that's I remember that. But I'm gonna tell you what, that is so dope. Like really, really, really dope. Like you just made my respect level for you go like through the roof just now, because a lot of guys won't be able to remember and remember that deep into detail about how they felt. Like to say, you know what, this was a figure that I saw, you know what I mean, like on flyers out here doing this and doing that, and it was somebody that I was a fan of. You know what I'm saying? And then like for me to win over that person, it's like, how people say all the time, oh, you got the person that everybody want, and don't forget that you have the person that everybody want.
The
so
prize.
for you to have, so for you to still feel that way all these years
yeah.
later, man, that's amazing. That's dope.
Yeah,
man.
that's
I appreciate
He's
that
kind of
for her.
sweet. He's kind of sweet.
Like, I appreciate that, but I appreciate it for her.
Her friend, right?
But
That's
it's
that
one
my
thing
friend.
that I'll say, and this is I tell women all the time. Yo, you want your husband to adore you. It's different, like in love.
Yeah, it is.
It's
very
a
much
different
is.
when they adore you, because
Yeah.
then their care for you is on a different level. Where
Yes.
when you think your hair don't look good, he's still looking at you like.
You're the most beautiful
Right, you know what I'm
person in
saying?
here.
When
Yes.
you're feeling,
Fact.
when you gain weight, he don't care. He didn't
Yeah.
care. You know what I'm saying? Like I finally lost weight because I was sick of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You was doing it for you.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
nobody
He
else.
never cared. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
He never say
That's
put
love.
that pork chop down. You know what I mean?
Right.
He never do that.
And,
you know?
and I'm the same way with her. I'm like, that's what you're worried about. I don't care.
right. And I
Man,
think the
I be
hardest
hot.
thing,
So I be high.
I'm gonna tell you, I'll
hardest.
give you one of my hardest.
Okay.
I think it kind of works both ways, though. I think it's a hard thing, but it's also what makes marriage good, and it's the permanency. So I had to let go of, when you're first dating, oh, you can get out, you can get out, you can get out. But once you got solidified as marriage, that you can get out goes away.
It don't hit the same.
So when I'm mad about something, it's not even worth arguing because you ain't going nowhere. So maybe I'll wait till next week to bring this up. 'Cause you're not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't finna come to me next week either, because in 2.2 seconds, I don't give a damn no more. That's me. But I
bring shit back
think
up.
the hardest part for me is, I think the hardest part for me is like explaining myself, so to speak.
Okay.
Like I don't like to feel like I'm being interrogated. You know what I mean?
Street, you be putting the light on them?
No, like,
So you drop
Sit in that chair.
Hey, I be having the flashlight joint.
I think that's the hardest part.
So you said you was cooking at 9 o'clock.
You said at 9 o'clock you were over there making noodles. But bye. No.
Or not necessarily, not even that. It's just like, it ain't asking permission. It's just like you gotta tell that person everything. I
get what you're saying. You are supposed to. We have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? I just fussed at him this morning. I'll be honest with y'all. This Negro texted me at 10 o'clock last night saying he about to leave Legacy, and then I see him on the cameras at 2 a.m. coming in the house.
See, what had happened was I grown.
That was that old version.
And you know, and I don't even like to fuss like that because we don't have that type of energy. So it's not like me fussing like I think you're doing something.
Right.
It is like
you want to know that you're safe.
I be wanting to flip it on him because I be like, ain't no damn well if I did that, you would have been probably at Legacies by 12:30. If I would have texted you at 10 and said I was leaving, like I be like, I try to say it back to him.
Okay, you know what?
I say it back to him.
I got you.
I'm the same.
The hardest thing about marriage is that the shit that she always says that if I did, that's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you, because that's not what you do. You don't even go out after 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So let alone being somewhere at 10 o'clock, you would have already had to been there at 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
that
shit don't work like that.
But that's the thing. That's how you do it, because see, y'all know we ain't that type of person. You know,
I be threatening to do it. Like I just always told myself one day I was going to do it.
To 2 o'clock. You're not meeting with nobody until 2 o'clock. That's not your lane.
Exactly. That be how I look at it too. Like you
going to tell your happiest and you're not happy. You ain't did that yet.
Well, she said her happy. She didn't say her hard.
Oh, I missed the happy. You did. You was expounding. Is that the word or what he said?
Okay, yeah. What's your best parts of marriage?
I think my best part of marriage is I like having that person to travel with. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to be able to be up and to be out, and then it's like when you travel with the person that you know what I'm saying, that you're with. Number one, it's like you're creating those extra memories, and then two, it's like it's just a different type of vibe because you ain't got to be worried about nobody else's finances and what they can and can't do and how they go. You can just go out, you know what I mean? So that's probably one of my.
I also got to give it up for vacation sex.
Yeah,
because I got too many people in my household. It can get stressful.
Oh, geez.
Ain't nothing like vacation sex, boy. Yeah. There's nothing like it.
And I think
different.
Changing the subject.
I just wanted to back on the traveling.
I'm going right back to my the worst part. I skipped them. I skipped all of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the worst part is like it's definitely good for me. Is just like being unbalanced as far as mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's natural.
Yeah, and that can be a struggle, and I think it can be a struggle with anybody. Like, when you are a go-getting type of person, like, you know what I mean? I got it tatted, like, I'm a go-getter. This is what I do. Like,
see why I put them on that side of the table?
You know what I mean? It's like I'm that type of person. Like I said, I'll say one time what it is that I want to do, and in the process of me saying it, I'm already in action.
Yeah, you already figured it out.
I'm already figuring it out.
That's how you be, though.
And then I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I believe that nothing is really off limits to me, that if I put my mind to it and I work towards it, then I can have it. And I ain't gonna let nobody tell me that I can't. Right?
That's a good yin and yang, though.
But I think that y'all are similar in that because I risk calculate.
And that's her.
So so like when he comes with certain things, my mind automatic, and it's not. And I tell him this all that it's not trying to be negative. I'm the person that's how my mind works. So I think of everything.
Yes.
I'm a risk manager.
So once
you know
it
what I'm
happen,
saying?
so once it happen, you ain't.
I already have a plan. Yeah, I already know what, it's like, you're doing an outdoor event. Do you have your rain dates already? Do you have this done? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think all the time.
But to me, that's exactly what she'll do, right? But for me, I'm a risk taker.
Right.
You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I get all that. I understand that, you doing it from that type of place, you know what I mean? And that it's not malicious, but at the same time, it's just for me, I want you to like get off that edge. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jump out.
But I promise you this, if you had two people jumping off that porch, it would be crazy. Like, you need that balance. It's a balance that's needed. It may be frustrating at times, but it is a balance that's needed. Because think about two people just jumping off the porch all the damn time.
And then she'll turn right back around and be like, babe, yeah, you was right.
That's only sometimes. That's only.
See,
that's the
she don't
old
want to
me.
She don't want to admit it.
It's the old me.
She don't want to admit it.
It is. No, let me tell you what. When I say, babe, she's right. It's never a business adventure. She'll tell you anything that I do, it always succeeds. Thank God. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had anything that I said I wanted to do that I wasn't extremely well at, and it wasn't profitable. Right. All the way down to selling those liquor pouches.
Oh, no. Remember the blue liquor pouches?
But sometimes it has to be tweaked a little bit.
Yeah. But let me tell you what she's always saying that about. It's about people that I deal with. That's what it is.
I have that discernment.
It's always about the people that I deal with and the people that, you know what I mean, on a business standpoint, a personal standpoint, anything like that. Now, my ideas, she's going to support me in whatever that idea is. Like, initially, she was kind of like scared at first, like, wait a minute, what you got us doing? But when she seen that we just kept winning, it's kind of like, man, whatever she said we're going to do, we doing that next, baby.
Yeah.
You know,
and I get that because I support, but I don't like some of the people we work with too. Like, I used to call one of his business partners a gremlin.
Oh, no.
You know he was a gremlin. I used to tell you all the time. I said, you doing something with that? Yeah, you doing that with that gremlin again?
That's all day long. Yeah. Like,
I mean, but like I said, that's it. I might have said it was the worst thing, but it's just a mental thing that. You don't want it to be right, but then it's right, so you gotta now I gotta go give her some props. Oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Because it ain't gonna just be you saying you was right. It's like, hey, you was right about what? And once you start, you ain't even gonna get the whole sentence out about what before she finished everything. I tried to tell you, but you don't listen to me. You want to hear what them people out there got to say so bad.
You wanna run with the gremlin.
That's what I get. That's exactly what I get.
What I mean? But that does that's the part of it that the people that making these comments like that on social media. They haven't found that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think that people diss marriage because they haven't found that. A lot of people are in relationships because of some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Sex, you done got pregnant.
You know what I mean?
And the second time you had sex and got pregnant, now you stuck with this chick. You know what I mean?
So
It'd be crazy.
You're just dealing with shit like that. You know what I mean? And people that
they just ain't built for it anymore.
Yeah, you gotta have it in you, but you gotta. The main thing that you gotta have in you is that you gotta have the ability to want to grow, and a lot of people don't want to grow.
Don't want.
You know what I mean? So
all.
they have that single thinking mentality because they don't want to hit the next level, and that's what I was telling a fella, earlier today. Like it take a special type of motherfucker that want to make millions and millions of dollars and be an entrepreneur and like that. You need that yin and yang. You know what I mean? Yeah, we joking about it, and I might be mad in the moment about it, but at the end of the day, I'm thankful because it's like in that moment that I'm dealing with a motherfucker. Excuse me, that I'm dealing with a
now
person.
You worry about cursing.
You know what I mean? Then you be like, damn boy. What would Jackie say right now?
And that's a great point though, because in the very beginning, it's like you said, it's about growth. and development.
Yeah.
And like even as you was flowing with the conversation, it's like, you start out, you might be frustrated at first when it's first happening, you're frustrated. But as you two grow together and you learn from watching those different experiences, when she was right about this or he was right about that, you develop a level of trust for that person's opinion and their thoughts. So now before you do something, or when something happens or whatever, and you will be able to identify those patterns and stuff in people, stuff that they say and how they do. And you, first thing, before you even sign a contract, you doing it. What you think about this? Now you're asking because you've built that level of trust with that person based on the experiences that
knowing they won't give you
together as well.
So I want to piggyback on this because I think that communication is always so important. And one thing that I had to lay out to him is I never will intentionally disrespect you or want to like tear you down or like do something like, be mean or nasty. That being said, if I do, I need you to always understand it's never from that intentional point. So you have to bring it to my attention so I know what language hurts you. So you see what I'm saying? I'm never going to, I will never do it on purpose. Right.
Girl, please.
I just want to make sure the bell works.
Right, because that's how you grow as a couple. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how we're talking to each other. Because like I like the I'm jokey. Yes. And I grew up, I've been in an all-male industry, so I'm used to holding my own in a studio full of dudes. Yeah. And I'm used to throwing zingers and jabs and da-da-da-da. And so I had to be like, listen, I need you to understand, if I do it, it's not on that attention. But once you start to bring it to my attention, I can start checking my language, because we as women can be a little, with our tongue.
I am women.
So bring that down
because
he's like, who the hell is she think she talking to? You ain't talking to me like that. But I don't say that. But my mind is like,
who you talking to? I don't think that is, in all fairness, right? I don't think that is just, I don't think it's just marriage though. I think it's relationship period. Right now it's relationship period. Like, you know what I mean? Those people that are married, like, you can start to see a small shift in it because people are now taking mental health a lot more serious. So the more that they take that serious, the more that they become self-aware of the way that they talk to people and how they treat people. So marriages now that was on the rocks are now starting to kind of like slide a little bit because it's like, you know what? Maybe I do need to change this about me. Maybe I should work on this. You know what I mean? Maybe we should, like, you know what I mean, really sit down and start doing this. People didn't start doing date nights now and doing all type of stuff. But the problem is that we went through that era of toxic. Where it was popular and it was trending and everybody made it be cute that people would date different people and I'm laying with this person and laying with that person, and every song that you heard they were glorifying you being the other person, or you know what I'm saying, I'm sleeping with your person and
you know that was the whole entire 90s. Do you ever like listen back to 90s music?
I just was talking about this in the nail salon.
The whole 90s was about being a jump off. Nobody was with. Remember LL Cool J? Saw you what you do the other day. Every song was about taking somebody.
My little secret.
Hey.
Everybody was. Because it just because we gonna end up wrapping up this show because we had so much fun. We gotta put a Hog and Street on another show.
Yeah, part two.
But let me just say this: Shaggy with his toxic ass is now trying to say his song was not about cheating. I said he's the first gaslighter that has ever been a gaslighter.
Because he said it wasn't me.
Yeah,
that
you saw me in the shower. It wasn't me. Now you trying to say that song ain't about cheating, man. Look, all right, y'all, listen, y'all. I definitely want to get into in the next show a little bit more about what you do. So just make sure to tell everybody how to follow you and support your movement.
All right, what's going on, man? Y'all already know it's your girl Street Poet, man. It's Street Poet _1125. That's on TikTok and on Instagram. Leroy S. Hall on Facebook. My backup page is Leroy Hall on Facebook. I'm on YouTube, She King, motivational speaker. Man, you got to have these backup pages because I'm telling you, it's like 1,000 different fake accounts. Y'all know I do not inbox anybody for readings. I don't even do readings. And no, I do not make cartoon posts of people. None of that. It's definitely Street Poet _1125 on my major platforms. And if you're trying to book me too, LeroyHall.com.
Straight like that. Hoggy,
Well,
I enjoyed having you.
I enjoyed being here. This was a great first podcast. Thank y'all for having
I
me.
enjoyed having you. All right, so we could close this out. And thank y'all for listening to the Cosign Podcast. Culture, no music today. And you ready?
No music today?
It's
the cosign bitch.
bitch.